It's Joel Davis from SpaceFo here, and today we're going to be doing something I've never done on before. We're going to launch a rocket. Now, launching a rocket is really simple, especially when you get it from, companies like Apogee Rockets, Estes Rockets, and Quest Rockets. Those are the 3 companies I recommend for launching a rocket for your first time. Now, here are the things you will need. You are going to need a rocket, some recovery wadding, launch stand or launch tower, a launch controller, and a rocket motor. Now that you have everything you need to launch your rocket, let's go to the launch site and see how to set it up. See you there. Alright everyone, so we are here at the launch site at Williamsburg Christian Academy, my home school. And it's a very big field out here, so it's perfect for launching our rocket. The first thing you want to do when you're about to launch a rocket is you want to make sure the parachute is attached. So you need to pull the shock cord to make sure it's stable. Very stable. Alright, so now you want to put your parachute in the rocket and make sure it's snug. So when, the ejection charge fires, the parachute can deploy and the rocket can return home safely. So the first thing you want to do is take your parachute, fold it in half like this. Then you want to fold it again into sort of a cone shape like this. After that, you want to fold it again like this. Fold it again. Fold it one more time. And here's the point, you want to fold it vertically. So like this. And then you want to make sure it's in sort of like a hot dog shape. Now that your parachute is ready, you're going to place it inside the rocket. Like this. Now it is nice and snug. Now you can place the final part of the leads of the parachute into the rocket. Now lastly, just take your nose cone and attach it snugly inside the cardboard tube. You are now ready to launch your rocket. So first, you want to get a rocket motor. This is a rocket motor. It's an A8-3. The A stands for its size, it's very small. The 8 stands for the newtons of thrust, so it provides 8 newtons of thrust. And 3 is the ejection charge delay. The ejection charge delay is how long after the rocket launches and the fuel burns out, the ejection charge starts until it blows out and deploys the parachute. Now that we understand that, let's place it inside the rocket. So you have the rocket, you have it. Now, you're going to take your launch safety cap off so you don't poke yourself in the eye. Place your launch grabber down here with our rocket, and you can keep this for now. Now here's an important thing. When you're about to launch your rocket, you need an ignition source. So we have an igniter here. It is made of glue and a third hot metal wire that, when electric current pulls through it, it ignites the rocket motor and it lifts off. So before you want to place this, you want to make sure, I call this the bunny ear technique. You take the rocket leads and you fold them inward. So that way they can separate, and if they touch, you want to make sure they don't touch, because if they do, the electrical system will short circuit and it won't launch. So you don't want to do that. So when you have your rocket, simply place the igniter inside the rocket motor, and you can fold this out, but make sure the lead is touching inside the rocket motor. Now here, we have our ignition source. This also comes in the kit. Take these 2 prongs, and you attach them to the igniter. Now you're one step closer to launching your rocket. So now, you want to take the lead, make sure it doesn't fall off like that. Place it back down on the launch rod. insert your ignition source once again. Set that down. And make sure your launch rod is pointing almost straight up, because you don't want the rocket to tilt. It's quite windy today, so the wind might have a little effect on the rocket launch. So we want to make sure this is as straight as possible. Okay, you are now ready to launch your rocket. Okay, so we did our setup. Everything's working just fine. So now we're ready to launch the rocket. Now this is our launch controller. It's an Estes launch controller. It's blue. And to ensure that the rocket is armed and is ready for launch, you take your launch key, almost like a nuclear missile silo, and you place it inside and insert it like this. Then you want to press down. See that red light lighting up? That means your rocket is armed and ready to go. If it's not on, it must mean that you haven't connected the wires properly. You need to go back and rewatch the previews.